Hello, team. Coach Tim here. One of the most difficult concepts of the game of golf, because of just what the nature of the beast is how do you actually measure things? How do you know how much you actually need? What's making a significant impact or change to your golf game? And what I want to discuss with that element here so far today is how do you have your hands on the golf club? Because that can be such a huge variable that's producing the ball flight that you are specifically fighting and struggling with. And not enough people, in my opinion, are spending enough time trying to get their hands on the golf club in a way that matches up best for you. Now, that can be an incredibly intimidating concept for a lot of people. There's a number of tests that I can give to you that help you have a better understanding of how to place your hands on the golf club to figure out that characteristic. But what I want to try and encourage for a lot of you here today is to learn the way that you've learned with every other skill set in your life. And that's through life experiences, right? If I'm trying to throw you a ball right now and you see my hand do this kind of a delivery through the throwing motion, I think we can all tell that I'm not going to be throwing a ball directly at the camera. For me, it feels like it's launching to the left, and for you guys, you probably see that the ball is launching to your right on screen. So, how can I apply that to the game of golf? And the best way for me to be able to try and do that here with you right now is to talk simply about trying to change the angle of the club face inside of your hands. Okay. And so, if we have a quick discussion before that, just to be able to try and give you some way of being able to measure it, is that we know that a 90-degree angle, or 12 o'clock to 9 o'clock, right? For me, 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock for you, that's 90 degrees right there. Therefore, every hour is 30 degrees, right? And so if we split an hour then into variables of 4, that's a quarter hour, that's another quarter, that's another quarter hour. Those quarter hours are 7.5 degrees apiece, okay? And for most of us, that's just the best way, in my humble opinion, to start to have that measurement concept, as well as what does the golf ball do differently when I place my hands, when I place the golf club inside my hands a different way. So let's say that I'm a slicer and that I've got my hands on the golf club in this manner right here. I'm going to keep my hands in that exact same spot. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to twist the club face inside of my hands. Notice how I'm trying to go to about 11:45 there, okay? I'm trying to keep the grips inside my hands the exact same way, but now I just twist the club face back to 12 o'clock, right? So what did I do? I spun the club face first from my normal grip. If I go to 11:45, that's adding 7.5 degrees of left into my club face, okay? And then I twist the golf club back inside my hands. And hopefully you'll be able to see there that my grip has changed. It's modified a little bit, okay? Now, what I would do is I would try and step on up and hit the exact same golf swing feel with my normal swing with just a slightly different club face position. And then note, how did that affect my ball flight? Did my ball flight change? And hopefully at 7.5 degrees, it should. Um, if you're a fader, if you're a slicer from that position, 7.5 degrees should take away a significant amount of right. If it's not enough, then you add another 7.5 degrees. Then you spin it again. So if we started at 12 o'clock, then we spin to 11:30. We place our hands in the exact same manner, go ahead and twist our club head back, and now we're starting to see, hopefully, a much more closed face position with my hands, right? So I'll show you a look at my hands here right now, and then I'm going to show you a position of where my hands look like from the very first grip position, okay? And so ultimately, now we're learning, now we're collecting good data. We're making a very specific change. We're seeing how our ball flight is modified based upon that change. And then we can go ahead and make positive assessments of whether I need more, whether that's too much, or. And you get to find what is your most ideal grip. So that's the first concept I want to introduce to you, right? How can you accurately measure where you need to get the golf club inside of your hands to produce the ball flight that you want? Give this concept a little bit of a go, and I hope that not only does it help you with your grip, but it starts to kind of churn a different thought process inside your head so that you have a better chance of using that form of that process to better measure what's going on with any kind of a swing change, grip change, setup change, whatever the case might be, that you try and do from this point forward. Okay? So best of luck.